And thus, the heroic legend of Arslan, Season 1, has come to an end. There was a lot of cock teasing for Season 2 with this finale. Did anyone else see all the teasing for Season 2 with Give at the end, to Arslan on his journey, to all these other little things going on throughout the entire episode? And because of the pacing, it felt like this entire episode was a cock tease for a Season 2. Which I hope it does turn into a Season 2, because regardless of Narcissus being very OP, I want to see where Arslan's going to go, and the ending finale with the OTP, with, the romance couple, with Arslan and his girl, I'm liking where that's going, because I want to see how that romance builds up in Season 2, if we do get a Season 2. So before I even get into the romance and stuff and all that, I'm just going to say, I'm surprised how slow-paced this episode was, which makes me assume that there might be a Season 2, because when it comes to anime, sometimes they want to end it off, they want to rush something to a quick conclusion to kind of end it off to where, like, okay, that's it, we're done here. And this episode didn't feel like that. It felt like it was just doing a slow, gradual build-up throughout the entire episode. It only had one action scene with Silver Mask, and even then, that wasn't even the main point of the episode. It was mainly focused around Arslan and then the misunderstanding of, what happened last episode. And that's kind of what majority of the episode was about. So there was no action, and majority of the episode was just build-up. Like, it was a build-up episode for that finale. Like, you had the aftermath of the war, with, everybody saying their prayers to the gravesite. The music, by the way, oh my god, like, Arslan's music, it's underappreciated. It really is. I don't see many Chibis complimenting that original soundtrack, but Arslan has a good soundtrack. Just listening to that song that played in this episode was just so good. I personally am going to miss this series. Like, I think I will really miss Arslan. It's been a very fun ride. It's had its ups and down slopes in different points of the series. It's had, slow moments, which is kind of understandable if you think about it, because Arslan is not a fast-paced series, which it needs to be a slow-paced series to build up these characters, and I've liked the progression we've had. Now, thing is, if I had to assume when we might get a Season 2, if we do get one, it probably will be sometime next year. I'd think, sometime probably around maybe summer. I could see maybe spring or summer season, a Season 2 of Arslan might come out. If it does sell well, like if this series is selling well, I could see it coming out sometime around in, spring, summer, maybe fall at the latest, and then it might run from fall to winter of, 2017 next year. But we'll see where that goes when we get some form of announcement. Now, speaking of announcements, I just want to quickly say, if you've yet to see my video, I probably have already made it and uploaded it, but Taizai got a Season 2 announcement. So I'm going to be making a video on that. I don't know if you've already seen that video, time you're watching this video, but yeah, Taizai got a Season 2. So that was announced right after this episode. Like, as soon as Arslan was done, there was a big announcement, like, hey, Arslan may be over, but Taizai is getting another season. I'm like, what the fuck? So, very weird and off the wall announcement right after Arslan ended, but that's for another video. I'll get into that in just a little bit. Now, getting on to the conclusion of the season, since this is the final episode, did it conclude what the series set up? No. Which, like I said, it felt like this episode was a cock tease for a Season 2, because the plot that was set up for Arslan to become king is still not complete yet. Silver Mask, our main villain, is also not finished off yet. And that other organization behind him with, the magicians and stuff, they're not finished off yet. And then we have the entire other issues with different countries and stuff. So there's a lot of plot points, or majority of the plot points that were set up since the very beginning of the series was not concluded with this episode. And if you're not a fan of maybe a series that might not get a conclusion, you might not like, or might not want to watch Season 1 until there might be an announcement for a Season 2. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.